want to welcome you to the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. Here's today's question. Is there any biblical, historical, or archaeological evidence that early Judaism was a polytheistic religion before adopting Yahweh as the singular God, or that the Lord was a storm god, as some claim? All right, so behind this question is really the big debate, and it is historical and archaeological, is did biblical Christianity, i.e. Old Testament Judaism, come first, or polytheistic ancient Near Eastern religions? And there is a true academic debate here. After all, they all have documents with similar stories, such as the flood, creation, towers, whatever it may be. But at the end of the day, I do believe the evidence sides with, not just because I'm a believer in, but the true evidence sides that what we know as Old Testament biblical Judaism does predate all other religions and or faiths. Now, here's what's important to the question, is there is a long history of the Old Testament characters being polytheistic, contrary to the one true God who created, form, fashion, and desires to redeem them. Now, you go back to Genesis chapter 3, Adam and Eve didn't struggle with the singularness of God. They were not polytheistic at all. You find that creeping in later as we get to the Noahic story, as we get to the Tower of Babel story, and obviously with Abraham and even Moses and his father-in-law with all the idols. At the end of the day, what we discover, and I kind of go to a strangely, shall we say, tangent passage. Matthew chapter 19, Jesus being questioned about marriage, the validity thereof. And he says, as it was in the beginning, so it should be now. If we go back to how did God design us, create us, and establish a relationship with us, it was a one true non-polytheistic God. That's the way it was intended to be. But as all things, humanity gets off track really quick. Great question. If you have one, send to askjeff.net. Maybe your question be tomorrow's. Thank you so much for being a part of our daily question here at the Ask Jeff YouTube channel. I want to encourage you on a few things. Number one, if you have a question to ask, submit it to askjeff.net. Eventually, we'll get around to your question. Secondly, we'd encourage you to subscribe. That way, each and every day, Monday through Friday, you get a reminder of our question of the day. And last but not least, I want to remind you that on Wednesday evenings, live at First Baptist Church of Opelika, fbcopelika.com, we do a solid hour of Ask Jeff where we dig into the questions more than just 60 or 90 seconds. Sometimes we take the entire hour. All that being said, askjeff.net is where you submit a question to this channel each and every day, Monday through Friday.